Good evening, everyone. Is my voice clear? Is everything okay? If it is okay, please type 1 in the chat box and let me know. Good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Teacher Mew again, and today I'm coming to the Combinatorics, and we are talking about the statistics and numbers. If my voice is okay, please let me know, and please give me a 1 in the chat box and let me know if it is okay or not. All right. Yes, welcome to lesson 4. Today we are having lesson 4, the combinatory about the statistics and numbers. Actually, this is one of the very common topics in GEP. So that's why we will spend a lot of time only on this topic as the combinatory. Thank you for the feedback. All right. So before the start, let me just go through our agenda again. So we already finished with lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3 on the words problem and the calculation. So that's 7 o'clock. So let's get started. All right. So then again, for the advanced module bootcamp, actually we already finished with the first 3 lessons, and today we are on the lesson 4. It's only focused on the numbers of statistics. And after lesson 4, then we would go to the number theory next Tuesday on the division involving remainders and also the divisibility rules. After that, for next Friday, it's on you again about the revision of the whole advanced module bootcamp. So here we go. Let's just direct go to the numbers and statistics. Actually, this question is not that tricky. These are the numbers arranged by the statistics. So can you tell me for each of the numbers, how many statistics we need to form a certain digit? For example, for digit 0, how many statistics we need to make a digit 0? This one is very easy, right? We can just direct count and find out how many statistics are there. Actually, you can see there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those statistics can make a digit 0. Good. What about for digit 1? How many statistics we need to make a digit 1? Now you can answer in the chat box. Good job. So fast, well done, dear. There must be 2 statistics making a digit 1. And what about for digit 2? Great. You can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 statistics making a digit 2. What about digit 3? Good. So fast. Again, it must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 statistics to make it a digit 3. What about digit 4? 4 is a very special one. You will have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 statistics to make a digit 4. What about for digit 5? Yeah, faster. Good job. So let's go faster and you can count and see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 statistics and making a digit 5. What about digit 6? Good. There must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 statistics making a digit 6. And also for number 7, this is the easiest. Right? Also for 1, the same one. 1, 2, 3. All right, 3 statistics, we're done. And the most complicated one, 8. How many statistics are there to make a digit 8? Yes, you count and you will find out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 statistics making a digit 8. So fast. What about digit 9? Good. There must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 statistics to make a digit 9. So if in GEP question you see the questions related to statistics, especially using statistics to form a number, the first thing you should do is to label the numbers of statistics we use for each of the digits. This is the one very important step. I repeat. If you see the question related to the statistics and the numbers, without doubt, without hesitation, the first thing first, definitely write down how many statistics we need for each of the digits. This is the one very important thing. All right. Then continue. Then, for example, one very simple question is on, imagine you are given 11 statistics and must use them all. That means, can you use only 10 of those and leave 1 for meal? Definitely cannot, right? Because it says so. You have 11 statistics and you must use them all. The largest 3-digit number you can form is, now you can just try. I give you 30 seconds on this question. It says now you have 11 statistics to form a number. You must use them all. So what is the biggest or the largest three-digit numbers you can form? Mhm. Good job. Oh, so fast. Well done. Well done, dear. That's correct. Any other idea? Time's up. So for this question, right, guys, where should we start from? Should we start from the ones place or should we start from the highest place? Since we are making the largest three-digit number, we should make the highest place as big as possible, such so we can get the biggest possible numbers. So this is the first tips. We should start from the highest place. So for a three-digit number, there must be 100, a tens, and a one. All right. So if we want to make it as big as possible, we should try to make the hundreds place as big as possible to make it a digit. And of course, make it a digit 9. Oh, then you might say, new, then we can make a 999. 999 is the biggest three digit. Guys, can we make a 999? Cannot, right? Because 999 refers to what? 999, that means 6 matches 6 for one, 9 6 matches 6 for another 9. And altogether, there's supposed to be 18 matches 6. Hey guys, do we have 18 matches 6? No, we don't have. We only have 11, which means that for the second 9 is not possible already. No. Okay, if so, then let's continue. When you finish with the highest place with a digit 9 using up 6 matches 6, you still have 5 matches 6 left for the tens place and the ones place. Oh, so I should choose 5 for the tens place. Can I? Can I? Cannot. Why cannot? Because you use up all the 5 matches 6. What about for the ones place? Can you just leave it blank? Of course cannot. This is a three-digit number. That means each place must have a number. So that means for these 5 matches 6, you need to make it into 2 values, right? 2 place value. So what can you make then? Yes, then you can continue with the next possible biggest number, 7, which only use up 3 matches 6. Then you still have 2 left. What is the last number you can make? Last digit you can make? That's 1. So this is the biggest possible three-digit numbers you can make. That's 9, 7, 1. All right, so I will give you 30 more seconds. If you can find out the one more three-digit number bigger than 971 with 11 matches 6, Miu can give you 1,000 coins. Find out. Is it possible? I repeat my question again. If you find out one more three-digit number which is bigger than 971 with 11 matches 6, I can give you 1,000 coins. Can you? Cannot, right? Because this is already the biggest one. So, moral of this question, we always start from the highest place to form the biggest number. What if now you are required to find out the smallest three-digit number? So where should you start from? I will ask this question again. Now you are given 11 matches 6 again, but then this question you are required to form a smallest three-digit number. Where should we start from? Yes, no matter we're looking at the biggest or the smallest, we should always start from the highest place. Right? Okay, good try, good try. Actually, we can make it even smaller. Oh, good guess. All right, so then again, I will give you 30 seconds to find out the smallest three digit you can form. Let's try. Good, well done. Most of you are doing great. Any other idea? Can it be smaller? All right. Okay, good. I can see some correct answers now. Well done, dear. Then again, we should always start from the highest place. That means, again, we should start from the hundredth place. If we are making a small list number, right, the highest place should be as small as possible. Okay, my question is, can I make it a 0 at the hundredth place? Can I? Of course cannot, right? Because 0 cannot be in the highest place, no. So the smallest digit we can put at the highest place can only be 1, right? When you make a 1, that means you use up 2 matches sticks only. You still have 9 remain. For this 9, what digit should we put to make it as small as possible? You say 1 again, Mew. Not really. Any other digit smaller than 1? Of course, we can make a 0. So let's put here a 0. When you put a 0 at the tens place, you use 6 matches sticks. And you still got 3 matches sticks left for the ones place, which is, I know. Mew, I know. So I can just use 2 matches sticks to make a 1. So 101 is the smallest. Can we? Cannot. Good job. Why cannot? Because for all the 11 matches sticks, you must use them up. That means the 1 is very small, but you cannot have any matches sticks left. You have 3 matches sticks left, then you must use up all the 3 matches sticks. So the only number you can make for the ones place is 7. That's why you can get 107 as the smallest possible numbers you can make. Very funny, right? Easy peasy. Then let's continue. What about now? Imagine you are given 10 matchsticks and must use them all. What is the smallest number you can make? Again, I will give you 30 seconds to think about this. Currently, I have no correct answers. No, it's not 101. I can make it a smaller number. I can make it even smaller, not 78. Can even be smaller. Guys, did he mention it must be a 3-digit? No, right? You read the question again. Good job, Zidane. You read the question again. Did he mention it must be a 3-digit? No, right? It says the smallest number. If you can make it into a 1-digit, wow, that's perfect. That's very small. But how is it possible that use all the 10 matchsticks to make it a 1-digit number? Is it possible? No. The biggest number of matchsticks for 1 digit is 7. Right? Which means cannot. Which means you can make the smallest number and which can only be at least 2 digits. If at least 2 digits, then again, 10 and 1s. You make it as small as possible, right? That means you need to try your best to mix as smaller numbers of digits as possible. Just like 10 matchsticks cannot make only 1 digit. So, okay, at most I only have 2. So that is the smallest possible number we can make as a 2-digit number. Okay, then let's continue. Then we just go for the, like say, smallest 2-digit number with 10 matchsticks. This is easier. Yeah, good. Can I make a 0 at the 10th place? No, 0 cannot be put at the highest place. No. Can I make a 1? 1 is very small already. Right? I used 2 matchsticks. I got 8 left. Can I? Cannot, right? With 8 matchsticks, how can we make 1 digit? Not possible, right? We only have 7 to make an 8. 8 matchsticks cannot only make 1 digit. No way. Which means 1 also cannot. Oh, so then we need to go to 2. When we go to 2, we use up 5 matchsticks, right? So that means we still have 5 left. With 5 matchsticks, what is the smallest digits that we can make? 2. So that's the answer, 22. Right. So guys, when the question didn't mention how many digits you must make, the more digit you have for the number, the bigger number you are having. So if you are looking for the smallest possible numbers, try to make it as fewer digit as it can be. Just like this one. 10 matches, they cannot make only one digit number. So we can only try two digit. So for two digit, make it as small as possible, starting from the highest place. Hey, what if now again you got 10 matches stick and the largest number you can form is, I'll give you 30 seconds for this question. And this is quite fun. 10 matches six again. What's the largest number you can make? Ah, good job. Don't forget, dear, just now I mentioned, if you want to make a bigger number, you should have more digits, right? The more digit you have, the bigger number you can make. So for 10 matches stick, can you try to make it into like 10 digit number? Is it possible? Since you got 10 matches stick, so each digit you give it only one matches stick to make it a 10 digit number. Is it possible? No, cannot, right? One matches sticks, you cannot make one digit, right? So at least for making one digit, you need at least how many matches sticks? Good. At least you need two matches sticks to make a one digit, right? If so, who is that you can make? One, right? Good. So you can make a one. You only use up two, right? So what is the next one? Go to the 10th place. You can still only use two of those to make another one. And continue. Can you go to the 100th place? Also can. You use two of those to make another one. Can you go to the 1000th place? Of course, you can go to the 1000th place to make another one. Can you go to the 10,000th place? Yes, you still have two left to make it another one. So don't forget, the more digit you have, the bigger numbers you have. So if you are making making the number as big as possible, try to make it as more digit as possible. That means for each of the digit, you try to use as fewer matches sticks you have to make it longer, just like this one. So the biggest numbers you can make for 10 matches sticks is 11,111. Very funny and very easy one, right? All right. So after this one, then we go to another one, which is like moving within the numbers. It's as if you were given two more matches sticks. Two more matches sticks are added. And to add to the numbers below 35, the biggest two-digit numbers you can form is, now I will give you 30 seconds. Oh, good job. Well done. Oh, I got many different ideas. Hey guys, don't forget, if we want to make this number as big as possible, we should look at the highest place or we should look at the lowest place. Always, we should look at the highest place. Can we make it into 100 something? No, it's the biggest two-digit number, so we cannot make it into three digits. And look at these two digits already. We should make the highest place as big as possible. The highest place is 3 now. What is the biggest number we can make by adding matches sticks? Yeah, as you can see, right? From 3, add 1 or 2 matches sticks. You can make it into here, right? Which is a 9. Or make it into 8. Hey guys, you want to make it into 8 or make it into 9? As you are making a biggest two-digit number. Of course, you're making it into 9, right? All right, so 9. Hey, is it done? Not really. Since you got 2 more matches sticks, so where is the other one? So you can make it into 96, right? Can you make it even bigger? With this one matching stick, I must put it here to make it a 6? Not really. I can also put it here to make it 9. So actually the biggest two-digit number is 99. Very one easy thing is you direct add it on the number. Especially when it is in GEP, it will show you this. Right? It show you this, then you can just direct add the matching sticks to make it as big as possible. But once again, if you want to try to make the number as big as possible, always start from the highest place. Like this one. Always start from the highest place and then make it as big as possible. All right? And continue. What about now? Now it goes, the numbers 218 is formed using matching sticks like this. By adding 5 matching sticks. Ooh. The largest four-digit number it can turn into is, this is very tricky. So here I will give you 1 minute to try. This one is trickier. You have 5 more matching sticks, right? So it's supposed to be. Okay. Guys, then again. Seriously, can we make it 999? Hey guys, you are just adding 5 matching sticks. Can you just change the position of the current matching sticks? Of course cannot. You can just put the matching stick at the empty space to make it into the new numbers. If so, dear, we are making as big as possible, so we should always start from the highest place or the lowest place. Don't forget, every time we are talking about the biggest, the smallest, we should always start from the highest place. Okay, look at the highest place, the thousands place 2. How can we make it as big as possible? Can we make it into a 9? Can I? Of course cannot, right? Because when you make a 9, hey, what happened to these matching sticks? Cannot, right? Okay, if we cannot make it a 9, can we try another number? For example, I change it into another color, right? For example, we cannot make it 9, right? We make it into 8 log, so we can just put 2 matching sticks here to make it 8. Now we use 2 matching sticks already, we still got 3. Okay, what about for 0? Then we go to 0. For 0, what can we put to make it bigger? Yeah, 0 is the smallest one already, right? So we can add 1 matching sticks in the, well done, in the middle to make it an 8. Well done. Okay. We still got 2 more matching sticks to go. Where can I put? Look at 1, right? Then we go to 1, right? So go to 1. Can we make it into a 9? Cannot, right? Cannot. We only got 2 matching sticks. How can we make a 9? We at least need 1, 2, 3, 4 to make it a 9. But we don't have enough matching sticks, so no way. Can we make it into 8? Not even possible lah. Right? 9 cannot. 8 definitely cannot. 8, what about 7? Can I make it into 7? Yes, of course, we can put it here, right? Make it 7. Okay. Is it done? Not really, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Where's the one last one? We still have one last one matching sticks. Can I just throw it away? We forget about that. Then done. The biggest number is 8878. Of course cannot, right? Guys, you must add all the way 5 matching sticks. So you still have one last one, which means, can we make it a 7? Cannot. 7 is big, yes. It's very delicious. But cannot. Because you have 2 more matching sticks to add. At number 8, you cannot add any more matching sticks on digit 8. Cannot already. So that's when you can only add the last 2 matching sticks at number 1, which makes it a 4. So that's how you go to the answer 8, 8, 4, 8. Lovely, right? Very funny, very lovely, but actually not that easy as you thought. Especially for the extra bonus tomorrow, you will see, right? The extra bonus. That is one very crazy question. You can just try it, right? So this is how you go. Always start from the highest place if it is looking for the biggest or the smallest, right? If it mentions it is 4 digit, that means 4 digit. You cannot make it more, all right? Then you just go all the way from the highest to the ones place. But don't forget, 5 matchsticks, you must use them up. You cannot just use only 4 of those or 3 of those. Cannot. You must use them up, right? Then we go to the one last question of today, which is the number 19 is formed using the matchstick like this by moving only one matchstick. Moving that means you take out one matchstick and put it at the other side, or put it to the other way, or put it to the other position. So what is the largest 2-digit numbers it can turn to? Here we go. You are given 30 seconds again. Good job. Well done, Dia. This one is very easy, right? Hey, Dia, it's moving. Moving, that means you take out one matchsticks and put it to the other places. All right. So that means you need to first take out, then you put it. Take out and put it. Right. You cannot add one, all right? Because I see one of the answer. You put one here, so make it for 17. I cannot. You need to move it. All right. That means if you change it, right, you need to think about how you can move it. Can you take out one matchstick from 1 and put it to the 9? No, 9 is already the biggest one. All right. We should better not change it. Right? Then we should try to change the 1 as big as possible. For 1, how can we just move one matchstick to make the 1 biggest, the bigger one? Right. The only way is we take one matchstick and make it into 7. Okay. Then it is not done. Where can we get these matchsticks? Just a new, so easy. I take out this. Make it 73. Of course, can is can. Can you make it bigger? You know from 9, right? At first, you got 9 matchsticks, and when you take out one matchstick from it, you should have 5 matchsticks left. With these 5 matchsticks, what is the biggest digit you can make? With 5 matchsticks, you can either make a 2 or a 3 or a 5. So is it possible you take out one matchstick to make it a 5 from 9? Yes. So that's why you should take out this one to make it into 5. So that's how we can go to the final answer, 75. That's actually what we have for the matchsticks and numbers. Do you remember, Muse, that if you see this kind of the question in your GEP test, without any doubt, without any hesitation, write down how many matchsticks you need below first. This is one very important thing to help you to do the question. So when you are forming the number, you are making the number as big as possible or as small as possible. We should always start from the highest place. Just like the previous question we talked about, if it is a 2-digit number, so you always start from the 10th place. If it is a 3-digit number, you always start from the 100th place. If it didn't mention what digit number you must make, for example, it just said the largest number you can make. It didn't mention what digit number you must make. Then you just try to make it as more digit as possible. Yeah, if you have 10 digit, wow, that's crazy big, right? So if it's just that's as small as possible, so make it as fewest digit as you can. If it's only 1-digit number, that is super small, right? So that's all for the matchsticks and numbers. Super easy. Thank you so much, and this is all for lesson 4, the numbers and matchsticks. And next Tuesday, we are coming to the numbers theory, and the numbers theory is on the division involving remainders and also the divisibility rules. Later, I will just send the questions in the check and please remember to finish the question and earn the extra points. Next Friday, we will go to the revision on the previous 5 lessons that we have on the advanced module bootcamp. Thank you so much and see you guys next Friday.